Welcome to yoga. Meet me in hero, sitting on your shins, and begin by just pulling your left fingers back. You should feel a stretch in your left forearm as you do so. This practice today will have minimal cues, meaning that I will cue only the pose. But you're here. You're ready for this challenge. Now switch hands. I will not cue breath. I will not cue variations. That is up to you. This is the time for you to use your practice. Within this practice, you can do it. Release your hands, shake it out, roll it out. Meet me in extended child's pose to ground down. Rise up into a tabletop for cat-cow or free flow. Come back to tabletop and find downward facing dog. Next is forward fold at the top of your mat. And we'll hold the next round of poses for a couple of breaths. So find the breath that keeps you calm and grounded. Find halfway lift. And instead of freezing into place, feel free to play with different variations of poses. Explore your body. Forward fold. Rise up for mountain pose. Then bring hands together at heart center. Set an intention for your practice today. Next is mountain pose. Then forward fold. Halfway lift. Then set up your high plank. Chaturanga, and see if you can hold your low plank for even a split second into upward facing dog. Yoga is not a game of freeze tag. Move, explore, play with different variations. Trust your body. Then find downward facing dog. And we'll flow that one breath, one movement, following the pace of your breath, beginning with an inhale to look up, bend your knees. Forward fold, top of your mat. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Mountain pose. Then hands at heart center. Mountain pose. Forward fold. Halfway lift. Chaturanga high to low plank. Upward facing dog to downward facing dog. Make your way to a high plank and lift your right leg straight behind you. Now tap your right knee to your right elbow and hold. Lower your right knee down to your right wrist. Then bring it back up to your right elbow, then back to straight behind you. Now bring your right knee across to your left elbow. Lower down to your left wrist, back up to your left elbow, then straight back behind you. Lower it down for high plank and switch sides. Lift your left leg straight behind you and tap your left knee to your left elbow. Lower to your left wrist, back up to your left elbow, then straight back behind you. Now left knee across to your right elbow, lower down to your right wrist, back up to the elbow, and straight back behind you. Find high plank. And set up a side plank with your right hand down. Play with any variation of side plank or add tree. Gracefully step your top foot back for a wild thing. Then switch sides. Side plank with your left hand down. And if you do on the other side, add tree. Take your time. Next, wild thing. Then lower down onto your knees to set up camel pose. Slowly and mindfully. Three, 2, 1. Sit on your heels for hero pose. Calm down. Ground down. And when you're ready, meet me in extended child's pose. Thank yourself for showing up to your practice today, for playing full out and bringing your practice into this practice. I see that graceful strength within you. So from the graceful, strong yogi in me to the graceful, strong yogi in you, namaste.